Today, we're with Marine, one of the finest artists we will find here at the Overland Market. One of the finest. Beautiful stuff. Marine, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
So tell me your story. How did you end up creating this stuff?
Okay, so I've loved art since I was a little child. I was always drawn to art and would make a bunch of it when I was little. And then, I got distracted from art for a while and I studied nursing in college and started a family, had kids, and in the throes of motherhood, I just felt like I needed some kind of creative outlet. So I started painting about 5 years ago and it's been incredibly fulfilling for me. I think art serves a really important purpose of connecting people to people and to the divine. And so for me, it's been really fulfilling and building connections and also developing myself.
Wow, that's a powerful story. I was just talking to a lady and she does a crocheting.
Yeah.
And she was telling me that when she became a mom, she loved being a mom. She also feel like she needs something of her own habit.
Yes. And I actually started crocheting or painting. So yeah.
There you go.
Yes.
And I think she say a lot of moms, they get so busy in motherhood, which is good.
Yeah.
They completely forget themselves. They're overwhelmed.
Yes. That's very true. And I definitely experienced that. And now I'm at a point where all my children are in school and I have a lot more time during the day to develop my arts career, and it's been really fulfilling. But those early days of being a young mom and having kids, it was like a lifeline for me. What?
And you have a lot of sanity once in a while when your kids are at school, because otherwise, changing diaper and all that stuff.
Yeah. It's a lot.
It's a lot. So, can you tell me, how did you learn them? Did you learn this thing in middle school, high school, and then you stopped, and then you resumed? How did you learn this?
Yeah, so I did take a few art classes in high school, and then I went to college. I took one intro to drawing class in college, but my main focus was studying nursing while I was there. So
supposedly it's not a professional anymore, right?
Yeah.
Well, whatever the Department of Education say.
Yeah. So 5 years ago, I moved from. I was living in Texas. I moved back to Utah.
Texas.
Yeah.
Where men can be free.
And it was a wonderful experience coming back here. And I found actually an artist who has an academy down in Provo. It's a JKR Academy. J. Kirk Richard is a phenomenal artist. And he developed an academy that was so well suited to my needs, where I was a mom and I could do it. It wasn't, there weren't time constraints around it. I could do assignments on my own time and at my own speed, but still have the mentorship of an incredible artist. So I'm still attending the academy. It's been 5 years. I'm still attending it, still growing and learning. It's been a wonderful experience to start and develop.
So that's good. You already had the background and you actually retouch.
Well, I hadn't touched oil paints in my life before I started the academy. So really, I didn't come with a lot of experience. So it's been the majority of my art education.
That's good. I know a lot of time, sometimes you go to those classes, because I took a ceramic class in college.
Oh, yeah.
It was good. But I think a lot of those classes, sometimes they say, painting for beginners.
Yes.
And then you show up, and everybody already know how to do those.
Yeah.
It's like, this is not for beginners. This is like, did you ever have that experience?
At the beginning, there was learning curve, especially because I joined the academy a few months behind everyone else. So everyone else had been doing certain things for a little while. So I felt like I had to catch up. But in my experience, hard work pays off. And I just dug in and worked really hard, and I was able to catch up. And so, there is a little bit. Starting anything new is scary, and especially art, where it's incredibly vulnerable. Let other people see your work that's not that good, right? But I learned to kind of humble myself and say, you know what, it doesn't have to be good right now. And this piece that's not good is just a stepping stone to a piece that will be good. So that's kind of I view it.
Yeah, I think a lot of vendors will struggle with that concept.
Yeah.
is a lot of time they think success. I go to a market, I'm supposed to make it. Just like you were saying, it takes time, it takes mind, you have to have patience. And I think you're a great mother. That's a great skill for kids to understand. Hard work paid off, but when you're in the fight, I guess, you have to self-motivate you to wake up, to do it days after days, even when you don't see the result.
Yes.
And you have to keep going.
Yes. And I think that's one of the hardest things is to continue even in the face of failure or, just not quite making it. There's been paintings that I haven't sold. There's been shows that I've applied for and I've been rejected. And you kind of have to have tests and be able to say, you know what, like this one didn't work out, but that doesn't mean it's over. And to be able to just let that propel you to the next opportunity. So
Yeah, I think a lot of times when there's take it personal.
Yes.
They don't realize people don't know you when you apply. You just in need. They're not attacking you. You're not to hold that against anyone. So let's talk about your painting. Let's talk about this beautiful piece.
Okay.
How do you call this piece? Can I take it from the wall?
Yes. So this is actually a lino cut. This is an original lino cut print. I mostly paint in oil paint, but this one is a hand carved lino cut. So you get a block of linoleum and you carve it, and then you roll ink on it and make an impression of the ink onto the paper. So this was actually the first lino cut print I've ever made. And so it's not perfect, but it was a lot of fun to do.
Man, this is beautiful. Lino book.
Yeah.
It seems like a really old books from from Greek time, whatever. And how long does it take you to make something like this?
Oh, it takes a while because I first have to create the image, sketch the image out, and then I have to transfer it to the block of linoleum, then carve, and then. So this would probably, 10 hours or so for this one. Now this is a lot easier than the oil painting in my this isn't as technically intense as some of the oil paintings. So this is a faster process. What I normally do.
A lot of time, artists struggle on how much to price the items.
Yeah.
Because technically you cannot find this on Amazon. This is your own stuff.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. And how do you decide how much to charge for it?
So it's really a matter of market research. You have to look at the market and see what other pieces that are comparable are selling for. So going online or going to art shows, I participate in a lot of art shows. And at first it was a struggle to figure out my price point. For original oil paintings, the prices are high because it is very labor intensive and there is a lot of skill required to create them. And so I've created my price range based on what I've seen of people with similar experience that are painting similar things to me, what they're pricing their art for. And it's been a matter, too, of adjusting over time. I've kind of had to adjust and slowly found a sweet spot. Unfortunately, I've been able to sell a lot of my original oil paintings. Now I also sell prints of my oil paintings. The majority of these are actually replications of my oil paintings. These two are original, but these are the and they're copies. And so for the copies, that's just based on what my printer charges me and how can I make a little bit of a profit.
So we talk about the paint. Can you talk to me about the materials? Where do you get them? Do you get them online?
Yeah, I get most of my materials from online person arts or Blitz art supply.
Blitz? Never heard of it.
Yeah,
one of the finest in the business.
Yeah, it actually is. They have a brick and mortar in Salt Lake City where they have a shop that you go in and buy these, but I just go online and usually once or twice a year I'll just buy a whole supply of oil paints, the colors that I love. I paint on surfaces that are, let's grab this. So this is actually just an MDF panel that I get from Home Depot. And I have a husband that is very kind. And
Where's that guy? I want to meet him now.
yeah, so I'll be here later. He's got the kids right now. So he'll cut down the board for me. Sometimes I'll try, but usually it doesn't end up as straight as when he cuts it. But he'll cut down the board for me. And then I gesso the surface and oil it. So, my
It is a family affair.
It is. It is. He's been really, in the early days of making art, frames can be really expensive, especially custom sizes, where you can't just go online and buy.
Yeah.
And you don't want to buy a cheap frame for a nice oil painting. And so one thing that I have found, so at the beginning, my husband would build a lot of my stuff, and he's no carpenter, and so he would have to try to figure it out, and it was a lot of struggle for him, but he was so supportive in framing a lot of my art. Now I'm at a point where I'm able to invest in good quality frames from real framers, but for a while he was my framer, and he was so kind and willing to spend his time with me.
That's awesome.
Thank you. Yeah.
I have a friend that is in the eBay reselling business.
Oh, yeah.
And one of the things he struggled with is shipping.
Yes.
And when you have to ship some giant stuff, you also have to make sure it's important. How do you ship this many people?
Honestly, I don't really ship paintings. I'll ship prints that this is easy to go and ship. Framed pieces. I actually have a publisher who does a lot of drop shipping for me. And so they're able to take care of shipping they do ship framed pieces for me. I sell most of my original artwork just online, or not online, in person. I participate in a lot of shows around Salt Lake and Provo, and most people are local and just buy my art, in person.
Have you ever done commission work for people?
Yes, in fact, this is a commission painting that I'm working on right now during the show.
What is this?
It's a painting of Germany. My cousin lived for several years in Germany, and so she asked me to do a commission painting of her little German town. So I am working on this during the show, so people can see I'm actually a real artist. That this isn't something that I just use AI to create, or like a real person.
Awesome. Yeah. When it comes to commission work, how do you price that?
I basically already my rates, what I would charge for. So I have a set of rates based on what's the market value. Portraits, I do a lot of portraits actually. That's kind of where my heart is. You don't see a lot of portraits. I have a few in here, but that's where my heart is as a painter. And so portraits are tricky. I'll charge more if there's multiple heads in a painting. But really, I like having, I just use a standard price if possible.
That's cool.
Yeah.
So what's the future? What's the future for the business?
I hope to continue to master my crafts, to continue to grow as an artist. The majority of my time is spent creating original art and putting it in art galleries. I hope to, participate in some shows in the future that are a little more exclusive, and grow as an artist in that way. My print business, that's something that's kind of a side gig to my art practice, and that's what's here mostly. And I hope to grow my art practice and reach people that are interested in fine art. And the nice thing about print, I can't even afford my own, right?
Yeah, that's a lot of what
yeah, it's expensive to buy original artwork, and so I love being able to provide prints because it's for people that want art in their home and might not be able to afford original, but can get a. So I want to be able to provide some reach for people that haven't been able to buy it originally.
I know a lot of artists, they often in dream is to have a studio.
Yeah.
You want to have a studio on there?
I have a studio in my home.
Okay.
Yeah, we have a room. It's just a bedroom, but it's dedicated to my art practice. So I'm really grateful for my family for, uh, making the house my home for now. Yeah.
And do you have a website, Facebook? What is your website?
Yeah, so my website is just maureenmerrillart.com. And I'm on Instagram, and you can find me on Facebook. I'm mostly active on Instagram. And I'm actually doing a giveaway right now. People that follow me and join my email list, then they can get the entry to win a free gift. So yeah, I do a lot. I'm pretty active on Instagram, sharing what I can do.
And Instagram name is Maureen.
Maureen.merrill.com.
Or just like that. Maureen was a fantastic doctor, and I'm glad the business is going great.
Thank you.
Thank you for trying.
Yeah, thank you. Wonderful to meet you.